Bros, back with yet another pre-workout review today in the form of Hellnox V2 by Aggressive Labs. So we're going to be asking that question, is it going to knocks your socks off or not? We're going to be covering that taste, price, label, effects, and wrapping it up in the final verdict, so it's nice and easy for you to determine whether you want to buy this product or not. So stay tuned. And if you could do us a massive favour, drop a like on the video, drop a comment, let us know your thoughts and feelings on this product. And if you are new here, please do hit that subscribe button and tick the bell icon. It does mean the world to us, guys. Thank you. Okay, so moving into that taste and mixability segment, we've got one of these funny scoopers, the Helter Skelter scooper. Can be a bit annoying, it does get in the way a bit, but I do understand the thought process behind it. Of course, if you've got a bottle, you can whack that in and boom, job's a good one. Obviously, I've just got the old glass and stir job today, so just under 15 gram scoop, and we worked out that quite a heaping scoop does achieve that 15 grams. So whacking that bad boy in, boom, boom, boom. Only comes in the one flavour, which is blue raspberry, so they're playing it very, very safe and secure here with a flavour choice. Giving it the usual stir test treatment that we give every pre-workout here. Mixability, okay, not too bad. There's little bits gathering at the bottom, but I would hazard a guess that that's probably the glycerol and or creatine. But you know what, not too bad. And when I've drank this before, I know for a fact it just goes down at the bottom. You know, you're not crunching on anything, so there's no problems there. So anyway, blue raspberry, let's taste it. Smells alright. Not bad, not bad, not offensive. Nice, sweet, innocent blue raspberry. It's a bit different to your normal boring blue raspberry. It's got a bit of a unique taste to it, but nice. Nice, not bad at all. I think the previous version had a bit of a weird sort of nappy cleaner wipe smell vibe to it. It was weird, Aaron knows what I mean. But this one, not so bad. It's actually quite nice. So I'm going to go with a solid 7.5 out of 10. I'd like to see more flavours, I'd like to see more unique flavours, but this one's definitely doable. 7.5 out of 10. Okay, price time. So where do you go to get hold of this product? Well, we've got Cross the Limits to thank for sending this tub. So you're going to be going to crossthelimits.co.uk, where we do in fact have a discount code, Review Bros 5% for a nice bit of money off. That knocks this £43 tub down to £40.85p, 25 serving tub, it's worth mentioning at this stage. That does work out to be £1.63 per serving, which is quite expensive, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. And it does come to a 4 out of 10 on our price scale, unfortunately. So it is quite a pricey product. We're just going to have to hope that the label does pack that punch and makes the money worthwhile. Let's get into it. Let's freaking do this. So the question is going to be, is it going to leave you knocking on heaven's door? Alright, so it's a 14.8 gram scoop, got a bunch of B vitamins up the top, which is always a nice touch to see, you know, general health, general bodily function type ingredients. And we've got a bit of sodium for the general contractions of the muscle. And moving into the first blend, we've got the Hellnox Hypertrophy and Power Matrix. Beta-alanine, 3.5 grams, 300 above clinical dose, so that's always nice to see. That's the amino acid that's responsible for buffering lactic acid and therefore helping with endurance, but we love it for the paresthesia side effects, which is that itchy tingly sensation that you get. Moving on, we've got decreatine malate at 2 grams, which to be fair is a form of creatine we do not often see. We don't know the ratio of that, so we don't know how much is creatine, how much is malic acid. However, I believe it's normally the 1-to-3 ratio, so the amount of creatine you're going to be getting in there is quite low, so it's going to be under the amount that you would need to supplement with daily, so you'll likely have to supplement on the side with this. So that's going to help contribute towards power output and strength, athletic performance, all that good stuff. Moving on, we've got glycerol monostrate at 2 grams. Now with that being monostrate, 2 grams is a decent dose. That's the ingredient that normally clumps up in the tub. That's a pump ingredient, so it's going to help push water into the muscle cell, fill you out, pump you up. Just make sure you're drinking plenty of water with that. Then we move into agmatine sulfate at 1 gram, which is a very nice solid dose. That's again going to boost the nitric oxide levels, working in synergy with that glycerol to bring about more pumps. It does also have some side benefits of pain relief in the mind. Then we move into L-taurine, the general jack of all trades amino acid that's going to help with energy production within the body, some cognitive benefits, but what it's mainly in pre-workouts for is its hydration benefits, sort of working in synergy with the other pump ingredients there. Then we've got D-aspartic acid at 500 milligrams. That's normally something you would see in a test booster supplement, so that's just going to help generally with regards to test boosting and endurance. And then we move into L-norvaline at a hefty dose of 250 milligrams. Now that is on the upper end of dosing for that ingredient. That's the controversial one that some studies prove that it can be bad for the brain, but why it's in pre-workouts is for its nitric oxides boosting capability. So again, that's going to work alongside the previous ingredients to bring about more pumps. Okay, so now we move into that proprietary blend, which means from here on out we don't know what the exact dosages are of these ingredients, or at least most of them anyway, and that's the Hellacious Neurodrive blend consisting of 3.3 grams. So first up, a bit of a weird one, glucuronolactone, which is normally seen in energy drinks. It's been shown to boost energy levels, athletic performance and reduce mental fatigue. Bit of an odd one, studies are a bit hit and miss, but we'll take it anyway. Moving on, we'll get alpha GPC. That's a nootropic, just going to help boost brain power, make you think faster, you know, stay in the zone when you're training. Then into caffeine anhydrous, and we do know the dose of this one, 350 milligrams. We like to call that the sweet spot dose, roughly 3.5 cups of coffee worth. That's the main stimulant in this and any stim-based pre-workout. That's just going to be that main stimulant that wakes you up and gets you moving. Then into B-phenylethylamine, HCl, which is a nootropic. Again, it's going to help with brain power, mood boosting, those kind of properties. Then into Areagerensis, aka NN-dimethylphenylethylamine. We don't know the dose of this, but we are big fans of this ingredient. Again, this is a stimulant. It's going to get you in the zone. It's going to give you some energy. Going to get the brain working at maximum capacity. Then into theobromine, which is an ingredient in chocolate that dogs cannot digest. It's known for its mood boosting properties, helping with blood flow, that kind of thing as well. So that's a nice one to have. Into Tribulus terretris, which is devil's thorn, which is just basically a test boosting kind of ingredient. Bit weird to see it in a pre-workout, but again, we'll take it. We've got vinpocetine, which we haven't seen all too often, but it's just an ingredient that's been shown to help with memory and brain metabolism. So again, it's going to help just keep you in the zone, work alongside all the aforementioned nootropics. So it's looking to be a very focus-based pre-workout with some nice pumpy ingredients. No digestion aids, so we'll have to see if it holds it back. Okay, let's talk about those damn effects, because I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that's the reason you're watching this review. So first up, we talk about that beta-alanine feeling, because that's generally the first feeling that you feel in a pre-workout that has it in it. It's got it in here at 3.5 grams, which is above clinical dose, so you would naturally assume that you would be itching your eyeballs out, and I will tell you that no, you don't. You don't really feel it. I mean, you feel it a little bit, you get a bit of a general heating, a little bit of an itchy feeling, but not to the degree where you're having to actually itch yourself and feel uncomfortable. So it feels more like there's half that dose in it. That's not to say that there isn't 3.5 grams in here. It just might mean that because there's no digestion aid and because there's a lot of other stuff in here, it might kind of soak up some of those beta-alanine tingle feels, potentially. We aren't scientists, this is all very anecdotal, as I'm sure you know. So after the beta-alanine feeling, you do get the nice surge of energy from the 350 milligrams of caffeine, and then you get that nice buzzy feeling, you know you've taken a pre-workout. The energy levels feels very consistent, not too much to handle, no extreme heart rate or jitters, cold sweats, none of that stuff. There's no peaks and troughs, nor is there a crash. Very steady energy the whole way through. So I'd say energy levels are above average. Even better than that is the focus, the in the zone, happy, mood elevated, buzzy feeling. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely had more effective mood enhancing pre-workouts that put you on cloud 9. But this is a nice, happy, cheery, you're going about your business, you're just feeling a generally above average mood and you're happy to train. The lowest point of this, but still good, still above average, is the pumps. There's no citrulline in it, granted. However, there are a few other bits in there at good doses that definitely work those pumps. You get a nice dry sort of vascular pump on this pre-workout. So do not write it off for pumps entirely. Like I say, they are above average. So pumps are the lowest factor, but still above average. Then I would say energy, which is boosted by those nootropics that drive the energy and even more, keep you even more alert and on the ball. And then above the energy is that focus / mood elevation feeling. So I would say that that's the main standout feature of this, is the sort of happy, buzzy training feeling. It's also a very consistent pre-workout. Every time I've used it, it's had the same results, so you know what you're getting with this one. It's not going to hit hard one day and then not hit at all the other. Hits to a nice level consistently. I would say it's a beginner Stim Junkie pre-workout for people wanting to get in the realm of Stim Junkie products without blowing their head off immediately. It's a nice stepping stone into the more hardcore stuff. So it is not as hardcore as perhaps it looks, but it's not a bad pre-workout either. There's no negatives, as I've touched on prior. There's no extreme jitters, heart rate, cold sweats, there's no appetite suppression. It won't keep you up at night. None of that stuff. It just feels like a nice nootropic-y, on the ball, happy, energised kind of pre-workout with nice pumps to go along with that. To round it off, it's a beginner level Stim Junkie pre-workout that's on the productive level. Too strong for daily driver, but not powerful enough to say that you can't take it more than once or twice a week. It's sitting in between the both, so it's a yellow on our traffic light system, so you can use it several times a week and you'll be fine. It's not one of those pre-workouts that feels like it's all up in your face. It's one of those ones that sort of sits in the background. You know it's there, and it keeps you on that nice level playing field the whole way through training. So overall, we had a good time with this product. It isn't as powerful as you might perhaps think, but we're still going to go with a nice score of 7.5 out of 10, so above average pre-workout. And I would say it's hitting all three elements around that 7, 8 out of 10 sort of range. The pumps, energy and focus. You know, it's not bad, so do check it out if that sounds appealing to you. So to wrap up, 7.5 out of 10. The final verdict on Hellnox version 2 pre-workout. So first up with the taste segment, nice and easy, comes in one flavour, nice safe bet, blue raspberry. Tasted alright, non-offensive, mixed okay, 7.5 out of 10. Then into the price segment, quite an expensive product, only came to a 4 out of 10 on our price scale, so it is more expensive than your average pre-workout. You're just going to have to see if those effects are suitable to you and if you can justify that price. Moving into the effects section, we gave it a solid 7.5 out of 10, respectable score. Entry level Stim Junkie pre-workout, will not blow your head off but gives you a nice buzz, gets you in the zone, you have a nice training session on it, hits all elements to a very nice degree. No real complaints with this product, just not as heavy hitting as you might assume. Now that does give us a total score of 19 out of 30, which is lower than what we generally see on the channel, but do remember that the price segment is what's mainly dragging that score down. So do what you will with those scores. Is it the right product for you or not? Let us know down in the comment section what you think of this product and what you think of aggressive Labz in general. I know they've done some heavy hitters, some have not done so well, bit hit and miss. Anyway guys, as always, stay stimmed.